So our first task is um, to draw the title onto the screen, and then also draw a rock, a paper, and a scissor so that the user can choose. So we're going to use the same format as what we used before, meaning we're going to have a def main, right? And we're going to call def main down here. And so when our program runs, it's going to say, oh, okay, here's a function definition, and it's going to ignore it, just like it did in Carol, right? Ignore it. And then it's going to come down here to line 7, and line 7 is the one line of code that's going to run. And it's going to look for a function called main. It's going to find it right here, and it's going to start executing the code, right? Whatever code we have here. And let's see. So what we need to do in order to get this started is we need to, I'm going to just put it in pseudocode to first start, right? Meaning just write it in comments. And in Carol and JavaScript, comments were written with 2 forward slashes. But here in Python, comment is written using a number sign. So I write my number sign, and I'm going to say import necessary libraries. And you don't have to write these comments, they're just for me to show you the skeleton of our code. And so after I import all the necessary libraries, I'm going to put here create screen. Let me put create the screen and turtle. And then what I want to do is, let's see, write the title, rock, paper, scissors. And then I'm going to draw the rock, paper, and scissors. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. First, the necessary libraries. Well, to start off, all we need so far is turtle. So let's go ahead and put import turtle. And then after we import turtle, well, now we can create a screen and create a turtle. So let's go ahead and do that. Come right in here, and you need to make sure that you press tab, because the tab button is the only way that Python knows that you're inside of this main function. Okay, so we have to tab, and what we're going to say here is WN stands for window, and I'm going to put here turtle.screen, I believe is how it goes. Let me go ahead and grab it. Yeah, right here. Just let me grab all of this code actually and go ahead and put it right in here. So actually I called it screen here, so I guess I'll call it screen. So screen is equal to turtle.screen. This creates the window, and then you could set a background color. So I guess I'll set mine black, just like in the example. And then this line 11, creates a turtle, and we save the turtle inside of the variable called t. Right? And then we make sure our shape is a turtle. Right? You can make these different kinds of shapes, like a circle if you want, but I'm going to make sure mine's a turtle just because I like the way it looks. And then we need to write the title. Right? And so the way that we write the title is you need to first put the turtle in the right location, and then we're going to use the same code that we used in our Racing Turtles lab. So to put the turtle in the right location, we're going to say pen up, and then we're going to do a go to, right? Oh, I forgot to put the turtle. So turtle.pen up, and then turtle.go to. And where do I want to go? Well, if this was our screen, right, then up here would be 300. Yeah, up here would be 300. Down here would be negative 300. That's on the y-axis. And then we have the x-axis, where here would be negative 300, and here would be positive 300. So I want my title to be right here in the middle of the screen. So I want the go to be 0 on the x-axis. And then on the y-axis, I want it to be somewhere near the top of the screen. So I'm going to put positive 250. Okay, so not at the very top of the screen, but pretty close to the top. And then I'm going to put t.pen down to make sure my pen is down before I write. And let's see, how are we going to write onto the screen? Let's go over here and find our write. I'm just going to copy this code from our Racing Turtles lab. Go ahead into rock, paper, scissors, paste it down, and I'm going to say my turtle t dot write. And what do I want to write? I want to write rock, paper, scissors. And then move is going to be false. My align is going to be center. And my font size is going to be 56. So let's see if that does what we want it to do. Right? So I'm going to right click on rock, paper, scissors and say run rock, paper, scissors. And it says no module named turtle. Interesting. Well, maybe, oh, so it's a lowercase turtle. Right? So let's go ahead and put lowercase t. And let's hit the play button. Okay, and so it just opened up and it started and then it ended. And the reason why it's doing that is because we don't have the exit on click, right? So let's go ahead down here at the bottom of main. After we draw the rock, paper, and scissors right down here, and we could put screen dot exit on click. And let's try that again. Okay, so here we go, and we got black on black. So the reason why we can't see it is because my background color we defined to be black, and then my turtle's defaulted color is to black. So let's change the turtle's defaulted color, and maybe right up here we can say t.color, and I like black and white, so I'm going to put white, and then I'm going to stop the window, and then I'm going to play again. And we see we got rock, paper, scissors. So we're halfway there. And so now what you need to do is you need to move your turtle down here to the middle of the screen and draw a rock, draw a piece of paper, and draw scissors. And so you can do that any way you want, but make sure you do a pen up, move over here, pen down, and then you draw your item. And so I guess I'm going to show you a way to do it and the way that I want you to do it, okay? And so the way I want you to do it is I want you to make a function called draw, okay? And let's call it draw rock. And then I also want you to make a function called draw paper, just so that it's an easy way that we can easily organize our code, okay? And also a draw scissor. And in order to do this, you need to, like when we come up here to draw rock, let's come in here and say draw rock. Well, when we're up here and we say t dot, I don't know, maybe we could say t dot forward, and we could do forward 40 steps. And let me go ahead and run that, and you'll see that it says global t is not defined. Right? So what does that mean? That means since I made my t variable, my turtle, inside of the main function, that's the only place it exists. So the t only exists in this main function. And when we come up here to draw rock and we say t.forward, the program's saying there is no t, right? T only exists in the main function. That's where you made it. So in order to have draw rock, use the turtle to draw a rock, we need to pass it the turtle. The way I always like to think about it is this is the quarterback, and this here, this is the wide receiver. So you need to throw the turtle to the function draw rock. And the way we throw it is we just put the name of the variable inside of the two parentheses. So our quarterback is now throwing the turtle, and now our draw rock function is receiving it, and we can call it whatever we want, right? We can call it turtle, we can call it whatever we want, because only the value of the variable is being passed to the draw rock function. And then when we receive it up here in the definition for draw rock, it creates another temporary variable for the draw rock function. Okay, so the point of what I'm saying is you can call it whatever you want, but I'm going to go ahead and call it the same name, t, and now I do a t.forward, and so I run that, draw paper is not defined. Okay, so I'm going to comment draw paper and draw scissors for now and run my program just to show you what's going on here. And so now you can see that my draw rock function is moving my turtle forward, right? And so what I want you to do is use the draw rock function to draw a rock here. Use the draw paper function to draw a piece of paper here, and use the draw scissor function to draw a scissor here. Yeah, and so, good luck with that, and why don't you go ahead and get started doing that.